Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we are excited to give you an inside look at what we eat in a week. Our diet is mostly plant-based, focusing on wholesome, nutritious and balanced meals that are not only delicious but also packed with protein. Let's begin with the cookies and cream smoothie bowl. So for the cookies base you need frozen banana, frozen blueberries, 1 scoop of protein powder. I use the cinnamon cereal, then cocoa powder, cocoa nibs and water or plant milk. Mix it all up in a high-speed blender or food processor. Then we are going over to the cream base. There you need plant yogurt and vegan cream cheese. For the plant yogurt you can use whatever yogurt you like. I use coconut yogurt. Next we will add some cauliflower, which makes the smoothie extra thick and creamy. And you will never guess there is a vegetable in the smoothie bowl. Frozen cauliflower is actually a great way to thicken your smoothie and add extra nutrition to your morning meal. It may sound crazy, but once it's blended, no one would guess it's in there. Mix the cookies base with the cream base and enjoy this plant-based breakfast as it is, or top it with some nut butter, granola and fruits. Next up is a chipotle taco bowl. And for this we are going to need some lentils and firm tofu. So while the rice is cooking, I am doing the rest. I am crumbling the tofu into a pan together with the drained lentils, some garlic and a splash of olive oil. I am sauteing it until fragrant, then adding the spices and sauteing again for a few minutes. I'm also going to add some crushed tomatoes in the pan, plus some chipotle sauce and allowing it to simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes while preparing the rest of the ingredients, which are tomatoes, some lettuce, avocado and cucumber. I'm going to serve the bowl with some cashew sour cream. And now the fun part, assemble the bowl. This bowl has 30 grams of protein per serving, and this bowl is so good. Trust me. My newest go-to breakfast or lunch is gut-friendly chia pudding. So first you have to mix together the chia seeds and the milk and leave it in the fridge overnight. Then I added some coconut yogurt and vegan protein powder, and I topped it with some frozen raspberries, which I heated up to make a sort of jam, some granola, frozen blueberries, cinnamon and pistachio butter. Chia pudding supports your gut health as chia seeds are packed with fiber, which acts as a prebiotic, feeding your beneficial gut bacteria.
Next up are homemade fresh summer rolls served with a creamy peanut dipping sauce. First up, boil the rice noodles. In the meantime, cut your veggies and tofu into stripes. As for the peanut sauce, you need some creamy peanut butter combined with soy sauce, some rice vinegar, some sesame oil, and last, a juice of lime and a bit of water. Then fill a bowl with warm water, dip the rice paper in the water briefly to soften, then place it on a plate. Start rolling the wrap from one end and tuck it tightly over the top of the veggies. Fold over the sides and continue to roll. Set aside. Continue this process with the rice papers and filling. Last, sprinkle your summer rolls with sesame seeds and serve them with peanut sauce. Next up, chocolate chips, banana bread with some sprinkled walnut pieces. It's vegan, high protein, refined sugar-free and gluten-free, and so gooey and sweet, you will absolutely love it. Let us know in the comments what you think. First, preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Then mash the bananas and set aside a few slices for the topping. Mix all the liquid ingredients, banana puree, coconut oil, vinegar and plant milk. Then add in the dry ingredients and mix it all well together. Afterwards, fold in the chocolate chips and the chopped dates. Then pour the batter into a lined loaf and decorate it with banana slices. Bake for 30 to 35 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Finally, let it cool and enjoy with some melted peanut butter or almond butter, and bon appetit.
Next, we have the one-pot tomato pasta. First, cut a few garlic cloves, some fresh tomatoes, and a few dried tomatoes. Saute the garlic and tomatoes in the pot with some olive oil. Put in some tomato paste, and you can also use harissa paste if you like it spicy. Since this is a one pot, I am also adding some water in the pot together with some lentil and chickpea pasta and some broth. But of course, you can use any pasta you like. This meal only took me about 20 minutes. Just look at that creaminess. Today I had again my chia pudding and I topped it with some berries, some white almond butter and dark chocolate, and of course a dash of cinnamon. Next up is a one-pot red lentil curry with some vegan meatballs. Here we simply used some vegan minced meat and formed it into balls. You can serve the curry with some rice or potatoes or just eat it like that. We topped it with some coriander. In the evening we had some lentil wraps with some homemade hummus. For the hummus you have to place the chickpeas, tahini, garlic, cumin, salt and pepper, lemon juice and water in a food processor or blender and blend until creamy. Adjust the amount of water as needed depending on how creamy you want the hummus. Then you have to place the hummus in a bowl, drizzle it with some olive oil and garnish with some chickpeas, paprika powder, sesame seeds and mint. To make the red lentil wraps, all you need is some red lentils, water and some salt and pepper. For these wraps you need uncooked red lentils. You can find them in most supermarkets. Add the lentils and some fresh water to a blender. Add a pinch of salt and pepper and blend the lentils with the water. And spritz the batter into the hot pan. Cook for about 2 to 3 minutes or until the wrap can be easily flipped. Flip the wrap and cook for another 2 to 3 minutes. You can also add different flavors such as fresh or dried herbs, garlic powder, onion powder, curry powder, tomato paste, black pepper or others. But of course, you can also do a sweet variation by adding some maple syrup to the mixture before blending. Then you can add some nut butter, chocolate spreads or maple syrup. For dinner we had a homemade salmon poke bowl and it was really delicious. In the morning I usually have a matcha latte. First you have to add hot water in your matcha and whisk it until it's frothy and there are no clumps. Then heat your milk and froth it until it's nice and creamy. Pour your steamed milk into the matcha. Then I like to have a sweetener like agave syrup or honey. The matcha latte is a cozy antioxidants-packed treat that's perfect any time of the day. For dinner we had a veggie bowl with homemade lentil patties and it was really delicious. If you want the recipe, let us know in the comments below.